Good morning, students. Now, yesterday we discussed about cell structure and few of the functions, but the topic is vast and we have not completed the topic yet. So, let us now talk about few cell organelles. So, inside the cell membrane, there will be protoplasm, as we have discussed earlier, and that can be differentiated into nucleus and the cytoplasm. Nucleus is the centrally located darkly stained body that can be seen in the microscope, and surrounding the nucleus the gel-like substance called as cytoplasm, which holds many of the cell organelles, minute organelles. They are surrounded by membrane bound organelles. So these organelles are called as cytoplasmic cell organelles. Some of them we will discuss now. So the major cell organelles that are present inside in the cell are nucleus, that is called the mastermind of the cell. It is centrally located darkly stained body which possesses nucleoplasm, and that is nothing but the chromatin, which constitute DNA and the proteins along with the some portion of RNA. But now, surrounding the nucleus, there will be cytoplasmic cell organelles like ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, ribosomes, lysosomes, peroxisomes, chloroplast. In case of plants, chloroplast will also be present. So these are the major cell organelles that are present in the cytoplasm. So because they are embedded in the cytoplasm, that is why they are called as cytoplasmic cell organelles, and each cell organelle has got its own function. And the outermost part of the cell is surrounded, that is covered by cell membrane. So organelle is a special entity present inside a particular type of cell. So almost all basic cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, they are mostly present in all the cell types. But there are certain organelles which are specific to the to few cell types. And in case of plants, chloroplast is specifically present in the plant cells, and that too in the leaf chloroplast are present. Leucoplast and chromoplast will be present in the chromoplast in flowers and petals, and leucoplast in the roots and colorless parts of the plant body. So apart from that, most of the cell organelles are common, and there are various cell organelles, out of which some are common in most types of cells like membranes, nucleus and the cytoplasm. However, the organelles are specific to one particular type of cell like plastids. They are present in the plant cells only. So animal cells lack plastids, and plastids can be categorized into three categories that will come under plant cell. When we discuss about the differences between the plant and the animal cell, we may discuss the plastids in detail. Now let us move on to cell wall and the cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost covering. Outside, in case of plant cells, cell wall is also present. That will be the outermost covering in the plant cells. So cell membrane, as you see in the picture, you can see here in this picture there are lipid bilayer in between the you can see that in between peptidoglycans are present. So protein and lipids. The membranes are made up of proteins and lipids. You can see in this plasma membrane, you can see the bilayer. So outermost layer and the inner layer. Peptidoglycans are present. Peptidoglycans, they possess lipoprotein layer, bilayer of that, which is made up of lipid as well as proteins, and it is protective in nature. So the function of the cell wall is giving shape to the cell, as well as apart from giving shape, it gives protection to the cell body, and it also helps in the cell in to withstand with the turgor pressure, and it also initiates by passing the signals of cell division, providing the initiation of those signals inside the cell, allow the passage of signals through the membrane. Now one more cell organelle, that is called as centrioles. That is a small, you can see in this diagram, centriole. These centrioles are made up of small tubules, and from there originates the fiber-like structures. They are called as spindle fibers. They function they come into activity, or they come into picture at the time of cell division. After the metaphase stage in the cell, anaphase comes, and during this anaphase stage, from the south pole of the cell and the north pole of the cell, spindle fibers, they come and attach to the centromere of the chromosome. And in this picture you can see the centrioles. From centrioles, spindle fibers start, and they come and join at the specific site at the centromere of the chromosome, and they start pulling them towards the opposite poles. So this is how they function during the cell division. And apart from that, the other cell organelles such as chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, these are the major cell organelles. And let us talk about endoplasmic reticulum. In the diagram you can see the endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum gives mechanical support. This is also called as the skeleton of the cell body. So this is a tubular form, and it is in the folded form. You can see it starts from cell wall to and extends up to the nuclear membrane. It starts from cell membrane or the cell wall and extends up to the nuclear membrane. So in this way it gives mechanical support to the cell body. And apart from that, on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, granular substance called as ribosomes, they are present on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. Hence it is called as a rough endoplasmic reticulum, because endoplasmic reticulum can be differentiated into two types, that is one on which ribosomes are present, and the other that is lacking the ribosomes. So the one which is having ribosomes are helpful in translation of the messenger RNA. So they are also called as the workbenches of protein synthesis, because it helps in protein synthesis. As you can see in this diagram, you can see here the ribosome, the smaller unit of ribosome and the larger unit, they assemble at the time of translation, and the mRNA also joins, and by coding the by reading the codons that are present on the mRNA. tRNA brings the amino acids, and you can see here the small chain of ball-like structures. So these are nothing but they are amino acids. They come and attached, bound to each other, and they form a peptide bond is formed between the two amino acids. In this way, a long peptide chain, polypeptide chain is formed, and after the completion of mRNA codon reading, so after the once the translation is over, they disassemble. So they separate. Smaller unit and larger unit get separated. Even mitochondria, mRNA get degraded, and polypeptide chain will be released into the cytoplasm. So hence they help in the process of protein synthesis. That is why they are called as workbenches of protein synthesis, and they rest on the surface of, in this diagram you can see the minute red color dots like structures are seen. They are nothing but the ribosomes, and they are on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. So due to the presence of ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. If it is absent on the surface, then it is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Similarly, you have Golgi apparatus. So from Golgi apparatus, lysosomes originate, and these are the vesicles of different shape and size, and when they enlarge, small vesicles are dispatched from the larger ones, and they help in the formation of digestive lysosomes. They secrete digestive enzymes, and they help in the cellular digestion. So these are the different organelles. Apart from this, apart from the ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, and centrioles, there are certain other cell organelles like mitochondria that help in respiration, cellular respiration, and this is a major topic. It cannot be dealt along with the other cell organelles, because the cell organelles that are now discussed in brief, and if we go into the detail of respiration, it will take more than 1 hour to discuss about the different phases of cellular respiration, like glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So TCA cycle will be there. So it is major topic, so it cannot be included in this. I am just mentioning that it is one of the cell organelle, cytoplasmic cell organelle. It is also covered with two membranes, inner membrane and the outer membrane is present. In between the two membranes, there will be matrix called as mitochondrial matrix, and inner membrane folds into finger-like projections. As you can see, inside the mitochondria, there are folded form of the membrane is present inside it, and it is nothing but this folded form is called as cristae, and in between the two membranes, mitochondrial matrix is present. And mitochondria has one more feature. Mitochondria has its own DNA, so that DNA is called as mitochondrial genome, because some of the functions that are in the control of mitochondria itself, so they will try to maintain their identity because of the function, a specific function that helps in cellular respiration, and it is a major function that is under the control of that. It has its own small genome is there, and that will be in the control of mitochondria only. So it has mitochondrial genome. Similarly, in case of plants, one more organelle that is specific to plant cells, that is plastids. So chloroplast also has a specific function, that is photosynthesis. So green color plastids are called as chloroplast, and they are specific to green parts of the plant. So in plastids, the green color plastids are specific to the green portions of the plant, especially leaves. So it is present in leaf, and it performs a main function, that is its main function is photosynthesis. So during sunlight, photosynthesis is performed by chloroplast, and chloroplast is also a double membranous cytoplasmic cell organelle, outer membrane, inner membrane, and inside the inner membrane a stoma region is present, and in the stoma region uh, some disc like vesicles are present joined to each other, that is called as granum, or and tubular structures are called as thylakoids, and these grana or granathylakoids that are helpful in the process of photosynthesis. And chloroplast, similar as in the case of mitochondria, it has its own small genome. Similarly, in case of chloroplast also, it has got its own DNA, that is called as chloroplast genome. So the DNA that is found in chloroplast, that it is called chloroplast genome. If it is present in mitochondria, it is called as mitochondrial genome. So these are the cell organelles which are having their own genome. So the cell genome is present in the nucleus, that is the major and the main genome that controls from generation to generation. But these are the two cell organelles, mitochondria and chloroplast. They have got the small genome or small DNA portion specific to them. That is why the name mitochondrial genome and the chloroplast genome is given. But the main genome of the cell lies in the nucleus, and nucleus is called the mastermind of the cell, and inside the nucleus a small darkly stained spot is present, that is called as nucleolus. So inside the nucleus though it is covered by two membranes, inside that nucleoplasm is present, which constitute chromatin. At the time of cell division, that chromatin assembles in the form of small thin long thread like structures called as chromatin thread, which further advancement of the cell division stage of cell division, it gets shortened and thickened, that appears in the form of chromosomes. So these are the few cell organelles which we were discussing in brief, and later one by one we will discuss in detail about every cell organelle in detail, along with the functions of the cell organelles. So these cell organelles has got their own function. And other cell organelles that have not been mentioned will also be discussed when we discuss about the details of the cytoplasmic cell organelle. So along with this, we will conclude that all the cell organelles, they have most of them are common for each and every type of cell, because cell membrane is present in all sorts of cell type. Mitochondria is present, nucleus is present, and endoplasmic reticulum, centrosome, lysosome, Golgi apparatus, ribosome. These are the major type of cell organelles that are present in all sorts of cells. But apart from that, lysosomes, oxysomes, peroxisomes, etc., there are some cell organelles which are specific to certain type of cell. So that we will discuss later. So in the coming lectures, you will be seeing the details of the functions and structure, functions of the mitochondria, chloroplast and ribosomes. So these are the major cell organelles that are associated with the major functions. So that we will discuss first in detail, and later we will discuss some of the functions of remaining cell organelles.